in this brand new world of ours, there are so many business women, smart women with amazing careers doing some amazing things on about 4 or 5 different platforms. And I'm always excited to hear when there are professionals in the workspace who have the capacity and the experience to add to these professionals, I suppose, CV. And one such person is our next guest on TheInformer. Her name is Melissa Lewis. She's the founder of the Ascension Group. Melissa, welcome to TheInformer.
Thanks, George.
I touched on earlier, there are a whole bunch of professional women in the marketplace doing some tremendous things, like in numbers that we haven't seen before.
Yes.
And one of the things that you do, though, is you grab, I suppose, the substance of that person, their background, their brand, their CV, and what makes them them, and you take it to a whole new level. Now, when did that start happening for you? When did you discover that these were the gifts that you needed to get to the next level?
Yeah, so it's interesting. So I started in commercial property with CBRE, and then I moved into shopping centre management, and it was probably about 14 years ago that I saw the challenges that many women were faced working in the corporate world. And I saw many women were getting overlooked for reasons not because they weren't skilled or experienced, but rather they were either being misunderstood or misinterpreted.
Were the jobs going to men, or were they going to other women?
They were predominantly going to men then, just because the women, as I said, were either being misunderstood. The women at that time didn't have the confidence to really articulate what their value was. They didn't have the influencing power. They didn't have their story right, and so a lot of them really undervalued themselves. So when we undervalue ourselves, so do other people.
That's a very interesting point that you make, because we had that very chair, Sally Capp, the
Yes.
Lord Mayor of the City of Melbourne, and she said to me there was a time in her career, and she was working in a major legal firm,
Yes.
doing some terrific work, when she kept getting overlooked.
That's right.
And it came to her one day. She was being evaluated by her mentor, and he was astonished, taken aback by the fact that she actually wanted to advance.
That's
she
right.
wanted to take on new challenges. And he thought she was happy. He had no idea of her goals and her aspirations. And when that discovery, that epiphany happened, then she kept moving on. So she's advanced at every level because of her desire, not of other people's desire. So when you take it in your own hands, it's a very different thing, isn't it?
Absolutely. So the women that I work with, they're already smart, they're hardworking, they've got experience, they're predominantly in male-dominated environments, and I help them better articulate and communicate their unique depth and breadth of experience, because ultimately that's what sets you apart. Now, with COVID happening now, we're going to have the biggest pool of talent that we've ever had, and we're going to have fewer number of senior roles. So now more than ever...
So how do you distinguish yourself? How do you get yourself above the numbers, above the others?
You need to be very clear about what you can bring to the table, your unique set of gifts. You need to be clear on your values. You need to be clear with who you are and where you want to go. Now, because we're going to have limited amount of roles coming up, now more than ever, you have to be clear with what you want. If you want others to be able to refer you, if you want to be thought of or front of mind for that next role, for that next position. So at the moment, I'm working with very senior women who are saying, right, if I'm not happy where I am, what do I need to do to step up to another role in an environment where I'm going to be valued?
Okay.
Because they've got the skills and experience, but it's now cementing and re-looking at getting clarity on what is that vision look like.
So put themselves first in line.
First in line. Because
Okay.
if you don't actually be proactive now, you're going to be just another number waiting to be tapped on that shoulder. So those who have actively been working on their brand, working on their reputation, something you can't buy,
No.
that you need to build over time, these are the people that are going to be front of mind. And now, already I've had 3 clients get tapped on the shoulder for board role, as have I, or new jobs and positions. And that's because they've actually put themselves first for once, rather than relying on their credentials and their experience and thought, someone's going to recognise me.
Now, make sense of this formula that's come my way. We hear of IQ.
Yep.
We talk about EQ.
Yes.
But I want to know what PQ is.
Well, PQ was a philosophy that I put together, and it comes from that no longer is it just okay to invest in your IQ and EQ, because we know that's important. Now it's about your PQ. And a few years ago, I set out on a mission to help women, and I saw the missing X factor was actually their presence. Mm-hmm. And I went across and studied in Boston, and they found the only science-based tool. They actually gave measurement to something that was very intangible. And I'm sure, George, through your career, you've noticed people when they've had presence and ones that haven't.
Yeah,
now,
it's a special cut through, and it is palpable.
It is, but it's been intangible. So Bates Communication in Boston gave a definition to presence, and it meant the ability for a leader to inspire, align, motivate, and bring others on board. And so you can see now it's not just about having intelligence. You need to have that insight. You need to have that wisdom. You then need to have a style that motivates other people to get things done, because we're judged on results now.
Now, you touched on the word motivation.
Yes.
I think those with PQ also have a tremendously fine way of understanding what collegiate means.
Yeah, well,
it
collaborative.
Doesn't mean the lesser player. It means being the leader of a good group and being as supportive as possible.
Absolutely, and it's knowing your skill set and then getting the right people around to complement you as well. The importance of having presence is, without presence, it's much harder to influence. Now with organisations, they're looking for the best talent. So not only do you need to be good at your craft, but you actually need to get results. To get results, you need to have presence. We're looking for people that can think strategically, can be commercial, can be flexible, and bring in money to the organisation.
Bring money to this conversation. There's an awful lot of people on Zoom these days.
Yes.
What's the best advice you have for people who are having to access all manner of different people on Zoom?
I think people are getting Zoom fatigue, so not everyone wants to be on Zoom. I do a lot of FaceTime. I always have with my clients this way.
But the gifts are the same.
The gifts are the same.
You have to be engaged.
You have to be engaged no matter what.
Correct.
If you're not engaging and you're
Don't
not
do it.
authentic, people can see through that. So I think now people are needing people that actually know what they're saying and
Appearance
can help.
is still key?
Appearance, absolutely, because if I came here in a hoodie jumper, would the words that I say have the same impact?
No, we'd have to change the lighting to give you as much impact as possible.
We'd have to cut myself out. And I think people are letting themselves go. So I work from the inside out when it comes to presence, from how you commercialise and articulate your value to how you look, because the first thing people see and remember is actually your style, so your image, but also the way you engage.
You have one chance to make a good first impression, I've always heard.
You do.
You've made a great impression with us. Will you come back and do some more with us?
Absolutely.
Terrific.
Thanks, George.
Melissa Lewis, thank you.
Thanks.